Hi everybody, welcome to our Shroud of the Assassin update preview. I am your host, Linda, and again, welcome. Hello to everybody in chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Very excited to talk about this February update, and it's a pretty small update, but we got some really cool stuff like the Assassin 3rd spec coming and all that good jazz and a couple events. But let me quickly run through what's eventing. Our 4th anniversary events are ending. So, get all your remaining resolution tokens and whatnot. And also Hunter's Refuge will no longer be available. I know we didn't get as many changes to Hunter's Refuge before the, event dungeon ended, but hopefully next iteration we'll make some improvements to it to provide an overall better experience. Okay, overview of the show. We're going to talk about Blade and Soulmate. We got a few of those events. The articles are live on the website. Assassin 3rd spec, Way of the Phantom. And we have a few other changes we want to talk about as well. And we're going to also talk about the loading screen art contest. The announcement is also already on the website, so you can check out all the beautiful loading screens. Did you announce the shoes? Okay, Justin's nodding at me. We also announced the random winner. What?
Their name is Pandu.
Oh. Sorry, Justin's mumbling at me. Well, he's not mumbling, but let's see. We also announced the winner for the person who randomly won the shoes from the loading screen art contest as well. All right, guys, gonna do a quick heads up. Please don't spam chat because you will probably be temporarily timed out, but okie dokie. All right, I'm gonna let my cute boys introduce themselves.
Hello, it's just me today. Justin, Cyan. Was it? Huh? Uh-oh. Please don't.
You're supposed to fall over, Justin.
Oh, well. Oh no.
There you go. Oh, bravo.
Guys, it's me. It's
Brett
Jaxel, localization right.
Didn't even see you there.
How's it
going? Oh, weird. You owe me a nondescript soda.
What?
Could we jinx ourselves? Anyway, what's up? My name's Justin, going over the update today, Shroud of the Assassin.
Yes, Shroud of the Assassin. But before we get into that, I do want to talk about a couple things. I know yesterday, a little before yesterday, give or take time frame, Korea did release the character creation in Blade and Soul Complete on their Frontier world. Pretty exciting stuff. It's kind of like the first look into like Unreal Engine 4.
It is. People are sharing literally every pixel of information that they can find.
Every pixel of information, that's for sure. That's right. So, yeah, and I saw somebody actually comment on Twitter too that you can upload your current character. What is it called?
The file?
Yeah, the current character customization file, and it'll pull it up in that client too. So pretty awesome stuff. We were supposed to get a hands-on when we went to.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. My hair. Apologize. We were supposed to get a hands-on last time when we were in Korea. We unfortunately didn't, just due to time and some of the constraints with the dev team, because they were kind of working on that, like still working on it, always working on it. And some of you may be familiar with this already. All of our Blade and Soul development for all territories comes out of the development studio that is in South Korea.
Yep.
So kind of like we don't have a lot of information about the current Blade and Soul Complete and Frontier stuff, but looking forward to that coming in and seeing where that all goes for Korea, because it is very exciting. And when are we going to get Unreal Engine 4? I mean, it's really up to them. So hopefully they stay on schedule and we can get that. But Justin did say, if nobody says like where's Unreal Engine 4 in the chat, we were going to release it tomorrow, but
I think that's
somebody had to jinx it. So I'm sorry, guys. It's in doubt. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll let you know as soon as we know. So hang in there. We'll get more information then. Oh, right. One more thing. I know I've seen a couple of questions, and we've been talking about it for a few months. Producer's letter, it is on the way. We are working on it because we are finalizing a lot of details with the dev team. And as you know, they were working on Blade and Soul Complete and Frontier World, so they've been kind of busy. So as soon as they get back to us, because we have some questions they want to ask, we want those questions in our producer's letter, along with the roadmap of how as far as we can go to show you what's coming in Blaine. So I know some of you guys already have an idea, but we want to give you as complete of a look as we can. So hang tight. Hopefully in next week, next couple of weeks, but it's happening. It will happen. All right, cool. I know it's been in the works for a long time. Anyways, I'm done for my just chatting phase.
Oh, so good. That was over 2 minutes, like it says.
I mean, I didn't think that was going to take 5 minutes. Let's be real, Justin.
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
So yes, Shroud of the
Talking shop.
Yes.
Shroud of the Assassin.
Indeed. So I suppose we'll go over some of the updates first. I mean, not the updates, the events. Good reading comprehension, Justin.
Hey, that's my friend Justin you're talking about. If you don't have anything nice to say, you take it outside, okay?
Friend. More like best friend. Anyway, so...
I'm sorry, I tried to stab you earlier.
So as you know, the web page is up on the website. So you can go read through it. A lot of the details are here. We'll just kind of briefly go over it as well in the stream. So to start off with, the event kind of works pretty much the same as previous events have. You're going to earn some items in the daily challenge. If you could jump onto my monitor. So yep, starting off, first thing, completing 4 daily challenges is going to give you this little candy bowl right here. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it, including 3 dark hearts, which is the currency that's used in the event. You're also going to get 12 from the weekly challenges: Fallen Aransu School, Snowjade Fortress, Hall of the Keeper, and Hall of the Templar, as expected. And we should state that this build that we currently have on our QA servers is not final.
Yes.
Compared to other streams, there's a little bit more jankiness with this one. So I can't show you the daily login rewards, some of the weapon previews, and some of the other icons and stuff. They're not completely final yet, so just know that.
It'll all be smoothed out before it goes live.
Yes.
I thought we were going to use the word janky, but I think janky is a good description.
It's wacky.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on a final
You
build.
say potato, I say janky.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, choose your word.
There's a few things that still need to get sorted out, and we'll go through a round of bug fixes.
Yep.
And naturally, some do make it to live, but we hope to get out most of the core critical issues before we go live on February 19th. Okay.
Yep. So
I'm hoping for no bugs this time around.
that's a good hope. Anyway, so you get 1 from the daily login and 2 if you're premium. And then you get up to 7 per day from fishing. It costs 1,800 pearls each. And auto fishing is fixed as well, so you'll be able to fish until your heart's content. Altogether, that brings you to 80 per week for non-premium and 94 per week if you are premium.
Justin did the math right before the stream.
I think I did it right.
I know, I'm sure
I've
you did.
seen a bunch of people talking about the math for the event as well. So.
You did a good job.
That's
I'm
a
like, don't
thing.
trust me with math because
And yes, auto fishing is fixed.
auto fishing will be fixed.
So you can auto fish your heart out.
Content, to your heart's content.
It was a pun.
Right.
Anyhoozle, let's go through some of the rewards here on my screen. You can see the main one here is the Bumble Cat. I don't know what the inspiration for this pet was. Sometimes it's pretty clear, but this guy, I think this cat has what can only be described as feline diabetes.
I have to admit, I was not the biggest fan of this pet until I saw the animation, and now he's kind of won me
That's
over.
okay.
Look at it.
It really drives me crazy how he's looking up like he's looking at something.
He's
Like
chonky.
he's-
Somebody
like
call
there's
him
that
chonky.
invisible
He is
string.
chonky,
He's
that's
thick.
for sure.
I was really wondering where you were gonna go with that. He kind of has
Yeah.
feline diabetes. I like it.
He's kind of like, you know how not Spider-Man was bitten by a radioactive spider and he turned into a man spider? Well, this cat was stung by a radioactive bee, so he's now a superhero in the world of Blade and
For
Soul.
sure, for sure.
Or she, I don't know.
Come
Yeah,
to think of
yeah,
it, you know,
we
it'd be
don't
really cool if we had a bee pet.
Dante.
Oh yeah, Dante. You know.
So if you if you claim one of the collections for the update is if you get all 3 of these pets, you're going to get 2 Sacred Vials and 2 pet packs.
So that's in the collections. That's in your
Yep.
yeah, the collection section.
Collection section.
Collection section.
Of the showroom. Excuse me.
So yeah, that's kind of the gist of the entire event. I'll go through some of the other rewards here. As I stated, this is the QA build and it's not completely final, so the count limits are inaccurate. So this one should be 5 and this one should be 10.
Oh, it's swapped?
Oh, it's
wait,
just
no,
one
they
down.
moved up.
It's
Yeah,
just
moved
got,
up
it
one.
was shifted. Yeah.
So I'll continue going here. Yeah,
Nice
no
and
limit, go ahead.
slow.
Nice and slow. Well, people like to take screenshots. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
So yeah, that's basically the event in a candy box. What do we call those Valentine's ones?
Sure. Candy box.
Candy box.
Heart full of
Candy boxes?
chocolate.
Yep. None of the, you know what sucks is when you get like Valentine's chocolates and they have like fruit in them and you're like, no thank you. Maybe next year.
Oh.
I don't like the ones where they put like really weird fillings in it. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not like fruit filling, but it's like, oh, we're gonna put this weird like coffee, vanilla, whatever. I'm like, dude, just give me caramel, man.
Coffee
Or
sounds good.
nougat.
Oh, nougat. I love like
I'd eat-
regular
I'd
nougat.
eat coffee.
What?
I said I'd eat coffee.
Yeah, I don't do coffee. Nougat,
like
nougat's
coffee.
my jam. I love to put the Three Musketeer bars in the freezer, and it gets hard, and you can just kind of
What are your favorite Valentine's Day candies? Let us know.
that you can put in the
and,
freezer.
Yeah.
Somebody said coffee candies are nice. Nuggets filling.
What's in the box? What box?
What box?
If you're
yeah,
talking about the
talking
box at the top, we'll get there. Please
First box.
stand by.
Somebody says first box.
Yeah,
Ooh.
please stand by.
Separate note. Somebody said chocolate covered strawberries.
What time
Ooh,
is it?
that's
Choice.
classy.
Good
We have
choice.
10 minutes
Good call.
to get to the Hongsel's treasure draw
Justin,
because
we're
it
supposed to have
closes.
Ooh.
And that's so we're gonna have to rearrange the stream a little bit because we have to show off Hongsel's treasure draw
Oh yeah, we forgot
before
to
it
put it in there.
closes.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that now. That's fine.
Anyway, so Brett, if you want to show off the Phantom reinforcement chest really quick.
Yes. So as was the case, if you could go to my monitor, please. We have here the Phantom reinforcement chest, similar to the chest we had when Third Spec Destroyer came out. So this has actually something for every class. It benefits assassins maybe more than most, but this has something for every class. It is available for free. And then if you are an assassin, you can see that it has this shrouded supply chest. And that has stuff that's specific to the Assassin Third Spec.
Cool.
But again, it's free and it has things that are useful for every class. As you can see,
Free.
full free.
Anyway, so we're going to show off the badge exchange here in a minute. I just want to show off Hongsel's treasure draw because it's only open for 30 minutes even in our QA environment. If you could jump over to my monitor, it works pretty similarly to how it was last time. One of the notable changes is, however, that ranks 1, 2, and 3 now provide you a chest of increasing reward value.
So the text is not in the build at the moment. The third place chest is called the Treasure Draw Cache. The second place chest is the Loaded Treasure Draw Cache. And the first place chest is that he's showing now is the Overloaded Treasure Draw Cache.
Yep,
So a little bit more rewards this time around.
for sure. And if you're Hongsel's choice, you still get a chest that gives 100 coins. So I'll go ahead and do this. Other than that, it basically works exactly the same as last time. Let me do a couple keyings here.
Yeah, so the items you need are the Hongsel's Treasure
Oh, it's
Key.
over already. That was quick.
And the key will let you enter the draw when it is open. And it's going to be open every 30 minutes, I believe.
Yep, and then it runs for 2 minutes, and you got to get all your stuff in there, or unless the board fills up, then. It's kind of like bingo, I suppose.
Yep.
And treasure draw was his name-o. One difference is instead of combining the coins, because you get them in your mail like last time, instead of combining them, you actually purchase them from the Dragon Express. And you can also use the coins for other things as well, which is at the top here of this list. So purchasing this chest works similarly to combining them before. So opening this chest will give you other random chests of various values. I have a couple of them down here. They're all blue, I think.
Yeah, I think I have a couple of the different valued ones. If you go to my machine real quick, you can see the purple chest here, the Hongsel's Deluxe Selection chest, and then the orange, the Hongsel's Extraordinary Selection chest. This is just one example from each tier. So yeah, it kind of works more or less the same way the chest did before. You're just purchasing it in Dragon Express this time around instead of combining your coins.
They're worth 6 gold each.
So just like last time, you can still sell them for gold.
I have some water. Somebody said give me water. I don't know. Does my voice sound weird?
I don't know, man.
Is it really
I think they're
spitty?
just concerned. They just want to make
Maybe
sure you're
there's-
staying
yeah.
hydrated, you know.
Hashtag
It's,
hydrolysis. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's Hongsel's treasure drop. So back to the event.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, Justin, but are we getting keys for premium members through data login?
Yeah, so you'll get up to 3 keys if you're a premium member per day. If you're a premium member per day, keys.
If you say premium enough times, maybe we'll just like get it into people's heads. Premium.
Like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times and you get 1 day.
Premium.
Yep.
I know, okay.
So yeah, badge exchange on this here monitor of mine.
Yeah, so you can switch to Justin's monitor. Por favor.
So the comprehensive list was
over, Justin.
on the website.
There we go.
This isn't every single soul badge, but it is some. So anyway, you can see here that I have the Arcana soul badge.
Arcana.
Oh, sorry, Arcana.
Tomato.
Nobody says tomato. Anyway,
Coupon,
Nobody
says
data,
Arcana.
data, come on.
so let's
joking.
continue, please. So if you have this soul badge or one of these other soul badges here, you can see there are various stages. You can exchange it for a coin. So you just smash that down, boom. You get the coin right here. This is for a non-awakened soul badge. Then you can go over to these tabs. Oh, also you'll notice the Divine Greystones here at the top. You have an account limit of 5. You need 20 solar energies and 100 gold. And you can buy up to 5 of them. So a lot cheaper than what they are in the marketplace. So that's cool. Anyway, with the coin, you can buy an equivalent level soul badge of another type. So you got the Eoan,
Aeon, I think is how you pronounce it.
Colossus,
one I should
and
know.
Arcana, and Ancestral. And the list is really big, as you can see. The whole list is on the website. And then there's 2 tabs because there's so many different stages and such. So, yep, just exchange the badge for the coin, and you're good to go.
Yep. So now is the time to exchange soul badges if you want to do so.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of soul badges, just a friendly reminder that for the Destroyer, the compasses and emblems will no longer be in the Dragon Express come update on February 19th. So if you're looking to switch specs, make sure to get that in now for your Destroyer.
Absolutely.
Because we'll be swapping that over to the Assassin.
No, it's 5 purchases per account forever.
Yes, for the Divine Greystones, it is 5 purchases per account for this event period.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, you can go back and forth between badges as much as you'd like.
And you do that with Jun Sori, who shows up a couple times. He's kind of the merchant that does things like this. He's everywhere you want to be.
Oh, there's a boy?
Well, I mean, could be
I don't know.
neutral.
Sure. Yeah. We.
I just want to point out that my name is very clever. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin, for your
Justin
extremely
is your
clever
assassin.
name.
Is that a Lin assassin?
No. Yes.
No.
Tell me more.
Oh, yes, Brett. Why don't you tell us more about the Lin assassin?
So yes, Brett's going to go over the 3rd spec assassin. I think he's pretty stoked for this.
Yeah. So we can switch to my monitor whenever it's convenient. But yeah, this might be. This might be my favorite of the third specs that have come out so far, at least thematically. You may or may not know, KFM is my main class. I also love Destroyer, but this Assassin third spec is pretty cool. If your favorite colors are black, purple, or awesome, you might like this spec. If you've ever wanted to be a ninja in Blade and Soul, this might be your spec. Yeah, if you like kind of some of the edginess of like the Warlock or the Undertaker Gunslinger, I think you will like this spec. So going over, let's jump into my assassin friend, Sinjin number 9 over here.
I don't get it.
So,
What?
probably trying too hard. But, so you'll see that, just going over some of the skills, you'll see that some of the skills are the same, some are different. Shadow Dash, Decoy, the same. Some of these are basically the same, but they've kind of been rebranded, if you will. You see I have my Smoke Shroud. That is essentially the same identical skill as Smoke Screen that you may have seen on other Assassins. Now, I know not everyone plays Assassin, but you still might want to pay attention just to know that if you're playing with an Assassin or against an Assassin, what you can expect from this third spec. And of course, you have your blue buff, the Fighting Spirit. It's just a little bit more purple now. It's the same thing. And then in terms of some of the new things, you'll notice that there's this new thing that comes up, which we're calling Shadow Stalkers. See these random guys that show up? So some skills bring in these Shadow Stalkers, which do things for you. Let me give you, my basic right attack skill, Twilight Slash, you can see this guy pops out. And then after 3 hits of that, my F skill pops up. You see this guy drops from the sky. So those do additional damage for some of your attacks. Other things you can do, this Force skill, Necro Strike, distance skill, that lets you follow up with Ultraviolet, which is a small AoE effect. Your C skill, which with the other Assassins was Lotus Fury, is now Night Fury. So if I do that, you see these guys show up. So normally your Assassin like jumps towards your opponent and does those things. So it's kind of essentially the same skill, but the Shadow Stalkers are doing it for you, and you still get iframes while you're doing that skill, which is actually pretty cool. You can still go into stealth. You can see I have my basic stealth skills here. This spec is actually not about stealth so much as going into a third stance, which I'll show in a bit. You can see I did my instead of high wire, there's a new skill called Shadow Chains. Again, it's essentially the same thing, just has kind of more of an edgy Warlock vibe. Looks like chains. After your opponent's in Shadow Chains, you have a couple options. A little different from the other Assassins. There's Chain Down, which has a pull and knockdown effect. There's Chain Choke, which has a pull and stun. And there's Chain Daze, which pulls and dazes. So some CC options for you there.
Well
All
named.
of them have a pull effect. And then the other main thing with this third spec is the Phantom Stance. So you can see my tab skill is this Phantom skill. And if I go into Phantom Stance, let me show you what this looks like real quick. You can see I put on kind of like this Shadow Shroud armor stuff, and my dagger gets all purpley and awesome.
Why does she have a limp arm?
Why does she have a limp arm?
Yeah.
You gotta,
whoa.
gotta stay relaxed, Justin, in case you gotta do some like sweet moves.
So the Phantom skill, you'll see it changes some of my basic skills here. I will show you some of these in a second. This X skill, Nightmare, is kind of your big bomb of a AoE skill, excuse me. You see how it turns everything dark and creepy. And then there's other skills that you need a resource called Phantom Marks to use. So some of your basic skills generate Phantom Marks. The easiest way to get Phantom Marks is actually through your blue/purple buff, Fighting Spirit. So if I use my Fighting Spirit and then go into Phantom Stance, you can see these little icons appear here, along with this little bar showing me how long I can use them. So that opens up like Night Reaver, some other skills, this 3 skill, which is another AoE skill, and some other options like that. While you're in Phantom Stance, you see this little gauge here. Several of your skills that you can use while in Phantom Stance generate another resource, which we call Twilight. And how Twilight works is if I use that Twilight Strike skill, which again is 3 strikes of your RMD, 3 strikes of Twilight Strike, this skill, that'll actually make that gauge go down a little bit, and it reduces the cooldown of your Phantom skill by 1.5 seconds. So you get into Phantom skill, you use your more powerful damaging attacks. While you're doing that, you generate this other resource, Twilight, and then when you get out of Phantom, or even while you're in Phantom, you use that Twilight Strike skill to bring down the cooldown for Phantom so that you can go back into Phantom Stance faster. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Okay. So yeah, a lot of kind of cool options with this spec.
If you do it right, you can have almost no cooldown on your tabbed skill between two uses.
Exactly, which means you're always using your more powerful skills. You're always doing your max DPS, that sort of thing. Opening up the Martial Tome here, I went over most of the major skills. You can see like Night Reaver, for example, as a skill you can only use in Phantom Stance. It generates 4 Twilight stacks. Let's see, what else? Going over the 3 skill and the X skill that you use while in Phantom Stance, those are changed based on what talents you have. I won't go over all the talents, but some of these is kind of typical stuff, adding more damage to certain skills. If you're worried about DPS, you probably want to stay in this left column as much as possible. Something I will point out, World of Hurt up here, the third one in the first row here, brings back some of the classic assassin skills that you might like from kind of the alternative assassin skills, like the Ice Mine, for example. This second row kind of gives you an alternative for that X skill, which is kind of your big bomb that you use while in Phantom Stance. So Mired Down actually reduces the critical damage of all opponents within range. Also does some other thing, adds some CCs to some other skills. Chain Reaction's kind of cool. The Night Snare actually immobilizes, or wait, is this one immobilize or slow? This one immobilizes, yeah. Immobilizes all of your opponents in range of that big skill. Like over a period, it's like immobilizes for a half second every second, so it's kind of they can go, it's kind of the stutter thing. And then another thing that's cool about Chain Reaction is your Night Fury skill, it turns it into an AoE skill. So that skill I showed before where you have these guys kind of attacking your opponent, these guys that jump out. When it's an AoE skill, those guys are appearing everywhere and they're attacking everyone that's in range, which is actually pretty cool.
That's kind of neat.
AOL.
Let's see. This third row of talents is identical to all the other assassin specs. You have your Fighting Spirit, your Lotus of Escape, your Lotus of Rescue. This fourth one deals with the Shadow Stalkers, which again, you can call them Shadow Clones or whatever you want. They're not clones of you. They're going to look the same no matter what you are. So if you're a 2 foot tall female Lin, it's still going to be the same like Gen assassin guy.
They're your buds that moved
They're your
on.
buds. Double Cross is pretty cool. It does some extra. I'll show this one real quick. Oops. Let's retry. Let's do this. So this one, when you go into Phantom Stance and I use my Night Reaver skill, my 4, you'll see these guys show up and do some extra damage
They
for
did
me.
a sweet backflip.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet backflip. That's really what sold me on
Can
that.
you do it again?
That whole thing. Do it again?
You got to get more
missed it.
stacks.
Luckily, we can reset it real quick. And then...
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
I wish I could do the sound effects in the game. It'd be sweet.
You know, Brett is in charge of all the VO stuff, so maybe
giant
you can kind of like, butter him up and be like, hey, Brett, let me do all the VO sound effect. Just to be like,
wish.
in game.
Yeah. So this last row, just real quick, affects your Phantom Stance and skills you can use in Phantom Stance. Shroud Control also opens up the Ghost Step skill. So this gives you a more defensive skill, 3 skill that you can use while in Phantom Stance. Same thing with this one. This one's kind of interesting. This one changes your Phantom Stance. You actually don't have that sort of Phantom armor. Show it here. So you can see she's not wearing that like Phantom armor, and her blade isn't purple. It's black now, but she actually has longer range on her Twilight Slash.
What the freak?
And the Phantom Stance lasts longer. This 3 skill means you actually can't be killed for 6 seconds, which is interesting. And then your other skills are, as we talked about before.
AOL and long range.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yes, the Assassin's the new raid class, everybody. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
But yeah,
kind of
some
like,
interesting
what the-
things you can do. I think more than the other assassin, the other assassin specs like the venom assassin, or the serpent way of the serpent is all about putting on those venom stacks and doing max damage. The way of the shadow is more about different ways to get into stealth and utilizing stealth. This one's really about the phantom stance and your shadow stalkers that help you out. And it has lots of CC options, lots of AoE attacks, which I think is kind of unique. So I think it's pretty cool, personally. Hope you guys like it.
Brett, somebody asked you, since this is more in your territory, how do we come up with the name Way of the Phantom?
How do we come up with the name Way of the Phantom? So we actually came up with several ideas. This one was a little challenging because this one's very shadow themed, and we already had a Way of the Shadow assassin. So we kind of ran some ideas by the team, actually, and we kind of settled on Phantom, as we think it kind of represents the sort of nighttime and the dark aspects of the spec and kind of the thematic elements. And then from there, we kind of named these skills accordingly into that theme, the skills and the effects.
And before we change out of the assassin, somebody did request if you can show the passive skills.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely. So you have one passive skill that I mentioned here that changes depending on what this row is selected with. So you have murderous intent, slightly different. I think it's Way of the Shadow also has a murderous intent, a passive. This one's slightly different. You can see it gives you a boost to your fighting spirit buff. Gives you different buffs during the amplification effect. This one basically shows that you have an increased critical rate and critical damage while in Phantom Stance. You also lose. This spec is a little unique. Is when you're in Phantom Stance, if you hit an opponent, you lose stealth, but you do gain 1 Twilight, which again is that resource that lets you get back into Phantom Stance quicker. And then this passive is the one that changes based on which which talent you've chosen in that 4th row. So Night Gambit, this one allows you to escape from stun or daze while you're in Phantom Stance. So these are passives that only apply while you're in Phantom Stance. This one, when you first enter into Phantom Stance, you resist damage and status effects up to 6 times for 12 seconds. So it gives you a defensive buff when you first get into Phantom Stance. And then, like I showed you earlier, the Double Cross gives you kind of an offensive buff to your Night Reaver skill, which again is your 4 skill that you can only use while you're in Phantom Stance. Night Reaver, you also have to have, I think it's 2 Phantom Marks. So if you're in Phantom Stance and you don't have enough Phantom Marks, you can't use it until you generate some. But some of your basic attacks that you can use in and out of Phantom Stance generate those Phantom Marks for you.
I'm trying to type very quietly. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it is not helping, Justin.
We're ninjas here, just not ninja typers.
Not Justin. He always gives me crap about typing so hard. Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude. Well, thank you, Brett, for thoroughly going through Way of the Phantom, the Assassin 3rd spec. We do have a bit of a short overview article on the website, too, that details like Phantom Marks, how to get it, and all that things, too.
His was better, so somebody type it verbatim.
His was better.
Post it on Reddit
Brett
or
was better.
something.
I mean, it was just
well.
a preview into it, and then the live stream is where we kind of get into it. And thank you, Brett. Brett is our class master when it comes to these things.
Should I go over the compass and
Oh, yes.
emblem?
Yes, please.
So earlier we were specifically referring to the Dragon Express. There's a soul badge exchange for all classes. It is limited, so it doesn't have all the badges that some of you may already
Right.
have. And then the other thing I was referencing is that currently destroyers have the ability to swap specs with the emblems and compasses. So that part is going to be removed, and then what we're doing for the assassin is we will then add the emblems and compass for that. So Brett is going to talk about the emblems and compasses for assassin.
I wish you guys could see Justin, right? He's like typing like one finger at a time, like.
It's hard.
Yeah, so as Linda mentioned, we've done this with every time we've had third specs come out. We have these compass items and these emblem items that are available in the Dragon Express. You can see the costs here. The emblems cost 1 gold and let you exchange an accessory from one spec to another.
Oh, I kept saying soul badges.
And then well no, we also have
Yeah.
the compasses, which let you exchange a soul badge from one spec to another. You can see the cost 1 Nari silver, 10 gold. So por ejemplo, for example, if I have, sorry, I don't know why.
We were like 3, and then you said that, and we just were like, what?
So, for example, if I have the Awakened Wing Rise soul badge, stage 1, and I want to move into third spec, if you're ever unsure about which spec a soul badge is for, by the way, just hover over it, look at the skills, which are conveniently marked in blue, then find, okay, so this one I know that Phantom Shuriken and Phantom Shroud, those are third spec skills. So I can use this compass item, which will give me the Exhilaration Compass, obviously gives me the Exhilaration Soul Badge, and there's no cost, and put it in, type lowercase, so that's what it likes, and you get the Soul Badge. And there you go. And then similarly, if I have, for example, the Awakened Darkstorm Necklace Stage 1, and I want to go from, I believe this is second spec, I think it was Way of the Shadow, and I want to go to, so I see that this says Heart Stab, Awakened Heart Stab, that's first spec, I want third spec, so I'm going to go to third spec, I find the one I want, and you can see I can use the Phantom Emblem item to switch over to that, again, no cost, and vice versa, if I have the third spec necklace and I want to switch back to one of these other ones, you can see that I just need the emblem that corresponds to the spec I want to switch to. All right, and that's how that works.
Thanks, Britt. So for additional clarification, because I messed up, it is for swapping specs between accessories and soul badges.
The
For-
emblems are used for accessories, and the compasses are used for soul badges.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So both are options.
Cool.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to play Sin now. Just kidding.
Do
I
it.
know.
Do it.
Just kidding.
It's really fun.
Just kidding.
Okay, may we move on, Brett? Have you fulfilled?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you fulfilled Assassin third spec?
I think so. If there's any other questions, we
he
can
had
go
a very
back, but I
thorough
think
coverage
we're.
of it. No.
We will not have a systems and items article this patch or this update because there's not much changing as far as systems and items go. However, we did make a sweet new banner that's not being used, so that's kind of sad.
Sorry, Ryan. We'll use it next time. Oh, sorry, Andre. You shouldn't have said it on stream.
However, we will now go over some of the other changes that are in the update. We're coming close to the end of the update. Voice cracked, that's cool. But yeah, so as it said, oh wait, I got to do the Azure
Dude, we got
costume
like
chest.
a few things on here before we close out the stream, all right?
sorry.
Don't set them up for that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, is it? I don't smell that bad, do I? What's Wait, you hesitated a little too. Moving on, anyways.
So on my screen, you can see that there is the Azure costume crate. I don't think anybody knows how to pronounce that word.
Brett
Because,
said it
like-
was as yeah.
Yeah, see, nobody knows
Azure.
because it's
What
Azure,
Hunter said.
Azure.
Microsoft's like cloud platform stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
I've heard people say it like 1,000 different ways. Anyway, so this is the Azure costume crate. This is one of the similar to the costume chests that we've had in the past. You can get some sweet, dope, dank outfits from this.
So dank.
I'm wearing one right now, but I will show some other ones.
What are you wearing?
You can show them in the.
I will show you momentarily. So let me open a couple just so you can see what you get.
Open a couple.
I opened 10. There will be an article coming out for this, covering some of the more details. But you can see some of the outfits here.
They're also in the.
And then you're like, man, I hate day trip. So you just go, oh, gross, get that away from me. And then you salvage it, and then you get an Azure scale.
Just
Then you're like,
pronouncing it right?
am I?
I don't know. Are you?
And then you're like, whoa, I have so many Azure scales. What can I spend them on? So then you head over to the Dragon Express, and there's this big list here that you can buy. And you can rebuy Day Trip if you want, but it costs 15. Anyway, there's some really nice outfits. The most premium one, I suppose, is the Azure Dragon, which is where the name comes from for the outfit, or for the chest. This kind of closes the loop on some of the mythical Chinese creatures that some of the outfits have drawn inspiration from, like Grand Phoenix, Silver Saber Fang, and the turtle one. What was the name of that one?
Ninja Tortoise.
Ninja Tortoise. So those were 3. This is the 4th one. If you Google image search like mythical Chinese creatures, you'll see all 4 of them. So anyway, there is an outfit, or I'm sorry, there is an emote that comes with it, but it is not working on our current build. It will work when the update comes out though. I will show it here in the preview window. However,
You still have your mask on.
still have my mask on, so ignore the mask. But there's a sweet lightning effect that shows around you. I don't know if Brett has it.
I do not. I think you need the full
okay.
set with the pad.
There's some sweet lightning that goes like that. Let me show it on the other races. Let me take my mask off.
I can.
So it has an adornment, a costume, and there's also a weapon illusion weapon as well.
Yes. There's a pet and cat outfit as well. So don't mind my default.
I was gonna say your looks kind of okay.
Probably not the best to showcase this on. So here we go. Got a nice gin here. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, it looks really nice. It's really well made. It's got some bouncy bits on it, like the wings and stuff in the back. Show it on mail here. Whoa. How you doing?
Calm down, Justin.
There's like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's like a sweet dragon that's wrapped around him. An Azure dragon.
It's sort of like the people that take pictures with the snake wrapped around their neck or arms, but it's just kind of floating there, and it's a dragon.
Yeah.
It's like
It's pretty cool. There's a pet.
Snakes are cool.
I'll show you the ultimate because nobody cares about the normal one.
Justin, anything you mumble,
What?
mumble, anything you mumble under your breath, everybody can hear.
So yeah, that's a pet. I can't show you the cat one, but here's the weapon illusion. So another little bug that will be ironed out is I'm going to show you the previews for the weapons. They're not going to be in the normal order that you expect because it's a little wonky, but they have nice cool effects on them as well. I think Brett's summoning them, so he'll show us here in a moment. But in the meantime, I will show you the weapons.
Ooh, look at the little tail. Go back to the sword. It had a little tail whip. You moved it really quickly. The hilt kind of whips around.
So clicking on the bangle pulls up the staff. So Brett pointed out yesterday that there's a little hook on there. If somebody is familiar with maybe some old Chinese
Why
stories,
do you look at me when you're
Karopi maybe, I don't know. Could you let us know what the hook means? Because I'm interested.
You think it has like meaning? I think
It's gotta. There's no way they were just like, oh, let's design a cool dragon staff and let's put a hook on there. It's gotta mean something. Anyway, continuing on.
I was born here, Justin.
So was I.
yeah, but I was born first.
Hey,
nice pretty
blue bangle
ribbon.
Blue bangle ribbon.
Somebody got a comment deleted. I'm not going to say it out loud, but it was funny.
I want to see it.
Got to scroll up a little bit.
Can't.
Wait. oh. Derp.
Already showed that. All right, here's the axe. It's intense.
It's almost like
Imagine how many things you could cut with this.
you cut yourself with it on accident, yo.
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty insane. Gun. Cool.
That's pretty neat,
How it's
actually.
winding around though. Yeah.
I just got OK boomered at.
Well, I mean, that's what you get for being born in 1963.
I mean, I can't help it, okay, Justin? There's nothing I can do about that.
Bow's pretty sweet. I like it.
See there, you have the line that's actually the,
Yeah, that makes sense.
it's actually the bowstring.
Yeah. Maybe there's a new thing where you can shoot arrows out of the.
Maybe the staff is like a zither with like just one string. Like you just have one note. You're just
I
like,
have no idea what a
"Brr,
zither
brr,
is."
brr,"
Like a band.
Or like a,
What's a zither?
zither's a stringed instrument.
Oh, I only like the theremin and the whistle flute. Can you jump over to Brett's monitor real quick? Or the slide flute?
Yeah, I was just showing the lightning effect that happens when you have the full set.
Whoops.
Oh,
There we go.
Just showing the the electricity effect on the full set.
Nice shoes.
hot
Thanks.
shoes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I don't think I could do kung fu or assassin skills in heels like that, but
You could.
You know.
You probably could.
I mean,
why
maybe
not?
there's a cool like kick or something, like stilettos are kind of sharp.
right. But like the moving around before that just
Well,
seems
you
like
should always use the ball of your feet anyways, not your heel. It's more silent that way.
sort of.
That's how I sneak up on Justin.
Anyway, your character has an interesting look.
Thank you.
She looks exotic.
Justin likes it exotic.
Can you jump back on my monitor, please? I'll show off some of the other outfits. I know people are anxious. So here's the Ashbourne wing. Or, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. Here's the Ashbourne outfit, which includes the wing, the hood, and the mask.
This was the costume winner, as you can see in the description there, from 2018 in Russia. So yeah, kind of a lot going on. Interesting.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Spasiba.
Justin studied Russian for a little bit.
No, I didn't.
You said you did. You wanted to impress this cute Russian girl. We are all family here, Justin. Our players are our families. We tell them everything about ourselves.
If that was true, never mind. Anyhow, so that came out really weird.
Keep going. Other costumes.
Let's keep going.
Other costumes. Other costumes.
Let me take off my actual outfit. I don't even know why I put it on.
Meet the requirements to unequip this item.
Other outfits. Yeah, let's go. Crane Maker, as I was just showing, also comes with a weapon illusion. I think there's something a little wonky with this one as well.
The Crane Maker costume is actually what my assassin was wearing. I had a custom version, so I made
Okay.
it black instead of white because assassin. But yeah, pretty cool.
If you're thinking, oh wow, this doesn't look that cool, the sheath is actually really dope.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I think I have that actually. If you wish.
So this is not a staff, this is an axe. Here's the gun. Great sword. This looks pretty cool. Look at that. Ancient writing.
Yeah, I wonder what it says.
Stop looking at me, dude.
Are you looking at Linda? If anything's remotely
yeah,
Asian, are you
anything,
looking at
anyone would be
Linda?
like-
That's messed up, man.
I thought she said something.
It's fine. We harass each other all the time. Whether
All right,
it's,
continuing on, yes.
whatever.
If you want to see if you go to my machine real quick, I can show you what the sheath looks like for the Crane Maker illusion weapon dagger. If you switch to my machine real quick. Grazie.
I didn't even realize that was the same costume since you had it customized.
I
That's
know,
so funny.
wow.
You're really good at that.
So that's
Wow.
what the sheath looks like.
The sheath is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
pretty
that
cool.
bird is. Watery Phoenix also said that you had a very nice customized outfit.
Thank you.
Fashionetta bread over here. And then there's some other old outfits that are in the,
Did you show the crane
Azure-
outfit in the other races?
no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can go back to Justin's machine.
Did it show
We can-
any of the other ones in the other races? Jeez, what am I
No,
doing?
you didn't. Not
Dropping
that
the
one
ball.
and not the crane one. There we go.
What is going on with me?
Hey, it's okay. We're here.
So as far as costume designs go, ours was better.
Are you still wearing a mask?
Yeah, no, that mask is part of that mask is part of the costume.
Oh, okay, it is part of the costume.
Yeah.
Oh, because you were wearing that costume originally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it looks pretty nice.
The mask
The
is
mask
pretty
is a
sweet.
little intense.
I didn't have, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Valentine's Day zombie situation. I don't know what's
little bit.
going on.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey.
I like the swishing of the
Swishy
cake.
switch.
Get a little cheek there. So yeah, let me continue on. Man, everything is going slow today, isn't it? That's okay. Looks nice. Ignore the mask.
Yeah, doesn't include mask. Mask not included with these.
Already showing this. The wings kind of float a little too far away from the body, I reckon, but you know what? I don't make models, so I don't know why they do that.
Somebody said you skipped Gone for Ashbourne.
I don't think I did. Pretty sure I didn't.
Maybe you didn't. Maybe,
Well,
you just didn't show. The
maybe you
female.
went too quickly because we were talking about the mask. Or maybe they all kind of look the same.
All right, anyway, let's continue. So that's the Azure, I forgot the name.
Costume crate.
Costume
Costume
crate.
crate. Street Smarts is also new. If we want, Street Smart and Phantasm are also new. If we want to show those,
Oh, there.
the others are old. Phantasm and Street Smarts are new.
Oh, hey.
Everybody's favorite shock jock. I'm just kidding, guys.
This one has this, like, if you look on the back, there's like this chain that connects the your like belt loop to your. It's kind of interesting.
It seems very.
You know, I mean, I know our characters are very full, but yo, I gotta say, there is definitely a lot of booty in this.
Yeah. What is this? The Super Bowl halftime show?
Whoa.
The dev team has put analytics in the game so they know exactly where the cameras are looking at characters specifically. So if you're looking at specific areas of your character, the dev team knows, so they try to make that a nicer area.
They don't do that.
They should.
Thinking face emoji.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
one's
it's
nice.
possible, right?
This one looks familiar.
This one is new. I can guarantee it. It does look similar to, and the other new costume is the.
Brett knows if they're new or not because he has to name all of them. He
I
has to
didn't
name-
show male. Is that true?
I don't know.
I think that's probably true. Jeez,
Oh, you
man.
did not show Lin Mail, yeah. Man, he's always rocking those boots.
Oh, the
Yeah.
chain jiggle's nice.
Those are like rain boots or like Doc Martens, maybe. I don't know what's going on there. Oh yeah.
Oh man, when like the first Punisher came out and he was wearing those boots, I was like, dang, I wish I could rock those boots. They were like freaking like super high on the shin and stuff like that. But it must be
Totally.
really
You have money, you
hard
can
to-
buy some.
I do. I can't rock them because I'm
Whoops.
not, 6 foot, just then.
That's okay. So yes, that's everything that you can get in the chest.
So yeah, this is the Azure costume crate. It will be
Crate.
in. I did say crate.
Look, I'll hover over some of these so you
The
can see how
Azure
many you get.
costume crepe is not
Did
a
I say
thing.
crepe?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I just
okay,
did.
okay.
The Azure Azure.
Azure?
No, I don't even
Azure?
know. I'm second guessing myself now.
I know. I'm sorry. Costume
Azure
crate.
costume crate will be available.
It is for 120 N coin or Hung coin currently, and of course we have bundles and whatnot. So. Yes, and any costume you get, you can salvage it. You'll get the Azure scale, and then you can use that in the Dragon Express to purchase the costume set, or the pieces and costumes and weapons that you want with those scales.
Yep.
Go!
Okay, so that ran a little longer than expected, but that's okay.
You did a good job. There was a lot of costumes to show, and we were kind of
Yeah.
just laughing at all of that stuff.
Totally.
All right. So we have a few other additions and mentions we want to call out. February is a bit of a smaller update. We just have focus on the third specialization for Assassin.
Yep.
We got events. So, no new raids, no new dungeons. Not yet, at least.
Yep.
on,
So, auto fishing is fixed. I only said that because it's on the notes here, as we stated.
Well, I thought it was important that, I was going to delete it in the notes, but I felt it was important that we reiterated a couple times because, yes, the weird bug with auto fishing, stopping while you're fishing, will be resolved at the update next
Yep.
week, February 19th.
Yep. So there's also a new soul tier, which I will show you. Oh, I already got it all primed up and ready to go.
Justin? Hell
almost
yeah,
like
man. I mean, it's not like we did rehearsal or anything, right?
So the new soul tier, some of the other lower tiers have been
Cost
Adjusted.
adjusted. So yes, here's the new tier. Here's the cost for the new tiers. Let me show you it.
So we have 2 branches, just as we had before.
Yep.
Brightwill goes into Thunderflux, and Everspark goes into Vital Surge. So those are the next 2 tiers of souls. Similar with the effect cooldowns and that sort of thing, just like the previous souls. One has a bigger boost for a shorter amount of, bigger boost for shorter amount of time, different cooldown, that sort of thing. So just as you expect from the previous tiers of souls, follows the same pattern.
Yep. So yeah, here's the cost over here. So yeah,
Yep.
new soul tier.
New soul to everybody, and yes, and some of the previous soul tiers also have been adjusted, and some of the adjustments do include some reductions.
Yes, that's true.
That is true. It is not a lie. And speaking about soul, I do want to mention this really quickly, even though it will be in the patch notes. Let me go through it because I don't want to get my numbers wrong. Sealing charms, brilliant sealing charms for souls. So True Cosmic, Soul, True Transcendent, True Dragon, True Tiger will have the brilliant sealing charms reduced by 1. So we'll, instead of, for True Cosmic, instead of 6, it'll be now 5. And then now True Everspark and True Brightwill will require about 28 brilliant sealing charms.
This build isn't final, so I'm not going to show off the reductions in game.
Yes, it's janky. It has some jankiness to it.
Yes.
Working through the jankiness, and we're going to get all of that mostly sorted by next week. And I say mostly because I can't promise a perfect build. I think we would all love a perfect build and make all of our lives easier, but not the case. So
Yes.
a few things might get through, but like I said earlier, we try to, our team does work very hard, or does do work very hard to make sure all the core issues are not in the game come Wednesday.
So continuing on this theme, there's new Gilded Square pet gems as well, which I will show really quick.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, pet gems.
Pet gems.
Pet gems, new pet gems.
Here we go, Gilded Square. For everybody that has a triangular square pet gem, you now can get a square, Gilded Square.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot this was a thing.
They're just kind of nested away.
Yeah.
It's good. It's another way to boost your stats.
Do your pet.
Yep.
So yeah, not much there. Just new pet gems.
New pet gems.
New pet gem.
Before we talk about the last thing, I want to mention the daily quest resets. They are expiring on February 19th. So any of the quest resets that you have, make sure to use them because they will be expiring, and I'm assuming you'll be antiqued. And then what's happening is we're actually going to add very specific quest resets. One for Koldrak, and then the one for the Moon Refuge. So just a heads up.
Yep. So, and then finally, the Hong Moon level cap is being increased to 35. So yeah, that's basically it. The patch notes are going to be coming out next week. They'll include everything, but I think this was pretty comprehensive as far as all the changes go.
Yeah, for February. And we took that good well. One person did have a request if you can show them the upgrade from, I guess, the most recent soul to the next one.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. So yeah.
I was really hoping for like that 5 second of awkwardness, or we're just kind of like, look at the screen, do your thing. I'm just kidding.
That delay.
Cool. Well,
Quiet before the kill.
Oh, can't wrap up yet.
I'm
I
not
was
sure why
gonna wrap up the
everybody's
show.
spamming question marks. Did I misunderstand something?
I'm not sure. Loading screen art contest.
Oh, yes. So loading screen art contest. Let's go here.
Yay.
Oh, somebody said, Justin, you did the second to last to the current max. They want the current max.
Oh.
Oh, to the current max.
The current max.
What?
To the next max.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Do you want me to? I can do.
That was probably the. Getting a couple no, yes.
All right, let's
yeah.
continue.
I think they want you to go to the all the way up to the true vital surge.
I already showed this.
To max. All right, if this is not making any sense, hit us up on the forums. We'll post it.
All right,
or
goodness.
Twitter.
So yes, loading screen art contest. That was the thing. It is concluded. It took several weeks.
So many amazing entries. Again, it's always hard to narrow this down, let alone choose
Yeah.
favorites, because there's so much good art. So
For sure.
thank you everyone who submitted art and participated.
Yep, so we're just going to go through some of the winners. You can see the article on the website. As far as who won the shoes, it was an individual named Pandu. So if you're in the stream, you probably saw your name on the website already. But yeah, you won the shoes.
Yay, congratulations.
Woo, we got to email you so you get your address and all that stuff so we can put it in the mail for you.
Yep.
It's heavy.
So yeah, I'm going to message each one of the winners on the forums, or if you don't respond, I will hunt you down, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram or Discord. But I need you to give me some information, so I'll hunt you down. But please respond on the forums, because I messaged a lot of people about the comic contest, and some people are still responding to my PM saying, oh, okay, let me get my rewards. Anyway.
And then you get that nasty email later like, Justin, why didn't you reward this person?
Yeah, exactly.
Shake my head, Justin.
So let's go through the winners here. So I think this was by a French individual. So good job in French. I don't know how to say it.
Damn, if you told me, I would have prepared it. I mean, shoot.
So yes, this one's pretty nice. There's the winners also included like a description of what their artwork is on the website. You can go read the description for each one.
Very dynamic. I like that it's a specific illusion weapon that they chose. That's very cool.
I also talked with, I went through a lot of these with the art team, the creative team, and Dante and everybody was there. So they offered a lot of good, encouraging words and thoughts of how great the community is and everything else. So we all think everybody did a very good job. I think it's awesome that we had so many entries, so many people were able to sit down, put some artwork out, post it on the forums, and just celebrate the spirit of creating art, I suppose. I find it very humbling. Anyway, let's continue on.
Do you want to try? Somebody posted how to say, what did you say again? Good job.
It's gonna be bold.
Bind Joe. Bind Joe, Mr. Frenchman. Let's go. So
At least
this
the
one was
first
a winner.
Bien, but whatever.
This one was pretty nice. I like
That one's very cool.
the soft coloring and everything else. I think it was very nice. Very well done. It's pretty unique as far as all the loading screens go.
And again, you can tell exactly which costume it is. You can see the tattoos, the details are all there. It's awesome.
This one was pretty nice. I like this one.
This is one of my personal favorites. I'm sorry, Justin, the way you
They have-
pronounced it. And somebody ended up saying banjo.
Whoever Joe is, you're getting banned. But yeah, I think this one, they have a unique art style that you don't really see in a lot of the other loading screens.
Yeah, that.
And
I
it
think-
also, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think this one kind of made itself in its own class, and people really were drawn to the uniqueness of this one. So it's not necessarily about your raw talent, but how you can assemble the pixels in a way that makes people feel warm inside.
Well, I think this one's it's just a different art style. I think it's
Yeah,
very telling, and it tells a story. It's like, what are they looking at? What is she looking at? What are they walking into?
A dungeon.
It's like it. Yes,
That's
but
just what she said. But yes, it invokes that sort of.
right. It's telling a story. It makes you like, wait, what's happening next? It almost once you draws you in, and you want more.
You do. So they're going into a dungeon, I think, is what she said that they're doing.
Super cool.
This one immediately made me think of Attack on Titan. Not that I've seen anime or anything, but if this doesn't look like Aaron biting his hand, then you've never watched good TV. But anyway, this is a very nice one. She said it's her kung fu master that's wiping blood off of her mouth. She's ready to go attack.
Nice. Yeah, I was
She
wondering
knows
what
a
the class was
vampire
going to be. I was thinking maybe Warlocker, but I
Spoilers.
can see it. Kung Fu KFM.
Chat's vicious. I love it. Justin, are you okay?
It came out in 2013. I mean, come on. Anyway, this one's pretty nice. I think Dante said that he thought that this was the strongest one in the bunch. So you've got a stamp of approval from Dante on this one. This one was pretty nice. I think she said it was Hong Moon spirits that are coming together to do some fishing.
Aww.
You can see them. Look, it's like
Just happy.
Buna and Bunyang and
Everybody who.
like Genben's carrying the fish. And like,
I like
No,
the
it's
emo
great.
one in the back. He's like, I'm just trying to fish, man.
I'm guessing that's probably Ryu, or yeah.
Totally.
And then little Jinsu Young fishing up a storm.
Is he plugging his nose or is he like whistling? He's plugging his nose?
Plugging
Oh,
his
okay.
nose.
No, he's definitely.
Andres
like
is plugging
fish,
his
huh?
nose.
He's got a, what is that? A flounder there? What are the weird? What are the fish that have the eyes on the? I don't remember what fish it is.
I don't know.
They have like two eyes.
Somebody asked, when can we kill this trash Ryu?
That's kind of mean.
What?
Um,
Like, what? I thought it was
so this one is my personal favorite of the entries. Not that I have favorites, but
funny. He has
this
favorites.
one was my
he
favorite.
totally has favorites.
I think for this one in particular, but a lot of the other artists that submitted art as well, it's cool to be able to see where they were 2 years ago when we ran the contest and see how they've grown as artists and see their ability and everything else of where they are now. I think India has demonstrated this pretty nicely because you can see her current loading screen in the game, and you can compare to this one, I think she's definitely improved.
Yeah, I love the details. The bangle, you get, again, a specific costume, the demon in the back, the flowers, all the little spades. It's really well done.
It's super well done.
Yeah.
The images are all uploaded on the website in full res, so you can go save them. Just right-click, open in new tab, or save it.
Yeah. And if you guys remember, India also did the winning design for the 2019 cosmetic contest.
Yep, definitely some returning artists here, so cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, returning artists. This one was by Cuber or Suber or Kuber or however you say her name, I'm not sure.
Oh,
She's
well,
been over the moon that she has won, though, if you've seen her Twitter account. She's been
Oh,
super
I haven't
duper
noticed.
happy.
I gotta go check.
But yes, this one's very nice. I think she said it was the people in her clan. So she drew her clanmates
Love it.
in Moon Refuge.
Hashtag
Not Moon
squad.
Refuge. In that other turtle place.
And again, look at the details. You can see the specific costumes. You can see that there's a third spec like Blade Master in there with a little spirit floating over his shoulder, and I love the cat like that's playing with the little mouse that's dangling there. That's awesome.
Yep, it's very well done. She did a great job.
Brett is so wholesome. That's the
You are
comment
too
just got.
wholesome.
Brett is very wholesome. He's super wholesome, dude.
So yes, well done. Continuing on. I don't know how to say this girl's name. Ivotair or something is her Twitter.
Oh, didn't we? I just saw this person in chat. I thought.
Oh, you did?
I thought.
Is she
Maybe.
watching?
Maybe.
This one was obviously very
Yeah.
complex.
She says Ivo Rare.
Ivo Rare or Ivo Rare?
This is-
I don't
What?
know. Whatever. Some weed stuff. Anyway, this one, I think this was cool because it was very complex. There's obviously a lot of different elements that went into this. It's also got like, a cool perspective, and it has like a comic / manga look.
I like the treasure chest.
It's very cool. This one was definitely
this one's
ambitious. It
Oh,
paid
my.
off. Nicely done. The colors and everything is just pleasing to look at.
Oh, I remember. Wasn't this this? I remember the similar style. The comic contest. Wasn't that the one where the person was like eating the dumplings and getting ready for the raid, and they end up eating like the champion charm too? And he was
Yeah.
like, "How do you eat this?" And they're like, "Oh, we just tear it up." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
Yeah, she does a ton of art. Follow her on Twitter. She does a lot of Blade and Soul stuff as well. She's always drawing.
Treasure chest is super cool. I like the little Bolbari pet there.
Oh, I know. I saw
That's
that.
really cool
So
too.
cute.
Well done.
There's a lot of great details here.
Ton of great details.
Yeah.
So you look at it every day from now until you die. So study it up.
Look at the guy with the ladle in the corner, and there's like a little like death smoke coming out. It's like, ooh. That's cool.
So this one was pretty nice, very subtle. You can definitely, I think this is a good example of less color is more. They didn't try to blend the colors together and do a lot of other complicated stuff, but it has a very nice composition overall. It's obviously the archer, Zen Archer. So well done. She's got some pretty hot eyes, I will say.
Yeah, it's great. And you know exactly which bow she's using. I like the perspective. It's very.
She's got a hot face. I don't know what to tell you.
Like I said, Justin likes some exotic.
You're right, Justin. You getting a little excited there? What's going on?
She's nice. So this one I think was done by Shun. It's pretty nice, very purpley. Looks pretty good. Yeah, she's got very big hair in this one.
What's wrong with big hair?
I don't know. It's just an observation.
Oh, okay.
It's very big.
Big hair, nice eyes.
I don't know
nice
how much
lips.
hairspray she used, but
Some people naturally have floofy hair.
not me. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going bald.
Showcasing the outfit you get from the Scarlet Conservatory.
That is a nice outfit.
Yeah, and I love the hair, love the details with the bangle and the background and everything. Very, very well done.
A lot of these artists are on Instagram. They're on Twitter, and I think a few of them have ArtStation. So I don't know what to tell you. Go Google them, I guess. Go find them. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all of them.
Yay, thank
So
you, Justin.
they will be coming to a loading screen near you soon. They won't be in this update, but maybe the next one.
Yeah, so we'll be swapping them out probably, hopefully in March. We'll see what Dip can do for us then.
Yep.
And thank you again to everyone who shared your art, everyone who participated. So many talented artists in this community, and we're thankful that you share your art with us.
Yes, thank you. I really like doing these contests. Personally, I'm a fan of art, so I like to do art contests. I like comics too, so
Yeah,
the comic
Justin-
contest was a thing.
He dabbles in it. And of course, we'll have our next cosmetic design contest later this year as well. We'll probably look for a theme too, so we can kind of focus all like designs into one similar theme, so it'll be easier to pick. Because sometimes we get some really cool abstract stuff, but I'm not saying I don't like them. I do like them, but when there's a collective voting, it doesn't usually get picked. So if we're going to go for like super weird abstract as a theme, and then we're going to get super weird abstract, and everybody has to vote on a super weird abstract. Anyways, super weird abstract.
Totally. So yes, look forward to other contests in the future. I know a lot of people would like to see some other ones, like a pet design contest and stuff. Not saying we're going to do that, but it would be a good idea. So maybe if you have any other ideas, let us know.
I have to double check.
If you want to design like a tree in the game or something. I don't know.
Dude, come on.
A flower.
A flower,
design.
all right. A dungeon, a monster.
And they'll all look really good in Unreal Engine 4 sometime in the future. Just saying.
Watch this space. More info coming.
All right, well, I think that's about it for the live stream.
Thank you, Banjo. And that basically summarizes our live stream. I hope you had a good time watching. We had a lot of fun today, and all that good chat. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube,
Instagram.
Twitch.
We have an
And
Instagram.
now we have an Instagram account.
We're on the
Sorry,
gram.
it's not Andre's
We're on
fault.
the
We
gram.
forgot to tell him to put the Instagram logo on there. We now have an Instagram account, so hit Instagram.com/Blade and Soul. Hit us up, give us a little follow, check out some of the somewhat exclusive stuff, and we're going to be posting some pictures of the pre-show of the live stream on Instagram.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes on Instagram. Cool. So, thank you again, folks. Had a great time. If you have any questions, poke us on Twitter or the forums. We'll do our best to answer them if we can. All right. Have a great day and
Bye.
evening.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Toodles.
everybody.
Happy Valentine's
See ya.
Day.
Yay, happy Valentine's